Hey, what's up guys? Only a couple more days until the actual release of Medal of Honor Warfighter, and information is starting to drop faster than what Felix Baumgartner did the other day when he jumped from space. I mean, what possesses people to do crazy shit like that is beyond my realm of understanding, but that's besides the point. I want to do a quick update video on some things I was able to figure out today. I was at work, never had much to do, so I was able to surf the World Wide Web and gather some information for you guys. So I jumped on the battle log, and if you don't know, of course, battle log is being used the same way for Medal of Honor as it was for Battlefield. And I actually said, well, I'm going to do a server browser just to see if there were any servers up, and I was able to come up with the image you see on your screen. What this is basically the search engine, you can call it, when you go to try to find a match. You know, this is kind of where you refine your search to put in your type of game mode, whatever the case might be. So anyway, on here, you can obviously see the names of the maps, and they are Somalia Stronghold, Sarajevo Stadium, Hera Dunes, Shogor Valley, Novi Grad Warzone, Basilian Aftermath. There's a little bit of irony in that map, I think you could say. And then you have Al Farah Cliffside and Tanguana Jungle. Pardon me if I said either one of those wrong. So right out the gate, we're getting 8 maps with the game, which is very low in my opinion. There is some DLC coming quickly for this game, and which I'll talk about shortly. And also on this search, you can refine your player limit, and you can see that the max player limit in Medal of Honor Warfighter is going to be 20 players per match. Obviously, what that's going to mean is 5 fire teams per each side, 2 on each fire team, for a total of 20. That seems relatively low. I mean, it leads me to believe that these maps are very small and very tight quarter-ish, because, I mean, if not, they would have a much higher player count, in my opinion, but we'll see what happens when the game is released. The other key components of the server browser window are you can see some playlists and game modes. The game modes that are shown on here are Combat Mission, Team Deathmatch, Hotspot, Sector Control, and Home Run. It doesn't seem like a big lot of selection here. It seems very minimal in my opinion. I think you will see some more game modes added as DLC becomes available for Medal of Honor. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to break down what information I was able to gather regarding what these game modes are. All this information comes from a friend of mine on Twitter, LizzieKitty21. She knows her shit about first-person shooters, so I got to give her credit for letting me use this information. Combat Mission is exactly like Rush, except you have actual objectives and not just MCOMs to destroy. In Medal of Honor 2010, Combat Mission had you destroying ammo dumps, securing crash sites, and holding a position and driving the enemy back. Seems like a pretty cool game type to me. I mean, basically what I'm reading or taking from that is that it's kind of a command and conquer type concept where you both spawn in, you have a particular area of the map that's yours, and you fight to gain control of the enemy's area of the map until they're basically off the map. That's what I'm taking from it. Please elaborate in the comment section below if I'm incorrect, or if you can elaborate and give me some more information on that. I'd love to hear it. With Sector Control, basically is more like a domination, conquest domination type thing. There's 3 flags, and they need to be held by a team in order to keep the lead, and obviously bleed the tickets from the other team. So that's pretty straightforward, just like domination we're used to with Battlefield. Now, the game mode I find most unique is Home Run. It's kind of a classic twist on Search and Destroy. It has a no respawn rule from Search and Destroy, but instead of finding an objective, you have to capture an enemy flag and bring it back to your base. That sounds freaking awesome to me, and it's really going to entail a lot of teamwork, knowing your map and knowing your team that you're playing with, because if there's a no respawn rule, I mean, once you die, you're done. So that is very, very cool. I like that. And from what I've read as well, there's multiple rounds where teams play offense and defense. So that's going to be a pretty cool game type. Hopefully it works out well in the game. I mentioned earlier in the video the already announced DLC for Medal of Honor, which is freaking weird in my opinion. The DLC is going to be titled Zero Dark 30, which is going to entail 2 maps. The names from what I was able to gather are Dara Gun Market and Seathrow Compound. I have no idea what the maps are about whatsoever. They are part of the limited edition package if you pre-order the game, or they're going to cost you about $10. And it's things like that that are giving me some reservations regarding Medal of Honor Warfighter. And as DLC, why don't they just include it with the game? They already had the maps, obviously. And in my opinion, it's just really weird, unique kind of marketing ploys that they're using with this game to get you to buy it or pre-order or whatever. I mean, the Battlefield 4 beta is included. You have DLC. The date actually December 17th, from what I hear, for the launch of that DLC. You have 8 maps. You have very limited game modes to play. It's just some really unique things about Medal of Honor that are kind of unique, you might say. I actually had Medal of Honor pre-ordered about a month ago, and unless you have lived under a rock, you've already heard that if you had the game pre-ordered, you were a Battlefield 3 Premium member, and you ordered it from Origin, you got 50% off. I got an email, I'll throw it up on the screen here now, last week, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, it said, you now qualify for yada yada yada, and I was like, is this for real? I mean, why would they give me back my money on a product I don't even have that I've already paid them full for? Makes 0 sense whatsoever. So I thought to myself, well, okay, it's a console-based game. They're trying to convince PC players to play it, but I've already paid them for it, and now they're going to give me back my money. So anyway, I picked up Medal of Honor for $30, so it's a pretty good deal. Either which way you look at it, I've watched all the trailers of the game. I've watched countless videos of the beta. I am super excited about the game. I do have some reservations. I'm not going to lie. It's just some different things that they're doing. So hopefully you guys found this video informative. I plan to do quite a bit with Medal of Honor over the next couple weeks, months, whatever the case might be. I hope this game has a long shelf life. I have my fingers crossed, as they say, that it's a good title and it's just not something as a filler till Aftermath and Battlefield 4 come out, because that would be very disappointing in my opinion. Alright guys, I want to wrap up this video. Just a couple things before I head out. I'd like to thank Rebel Forge, my good friend, for the footage you see in the background. Of course, I did not play the beta, and he's been supplying me with a bit of footage. I have a link in the description. Go check him out. Very cool guy, great player, and a good friend. As always, I value your honest feedback on the video. If you liked the video, please remember to rate it. If you didn't like it, tell me why, and leave your rating as well. But that's it for me, guys. Take care, and we will chat to you guys real soon. I have a ton of things coming to my channel, some unique things that you might not expect, so stay tuned for that. But that's it for me, guys. Take care, and we'll chat to you guys real soon.